Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Mike 22, Mike 22. I know he ain't got it. Mike 22, he's coming right.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The end result, 21 yards. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second and 11 now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 42. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 42.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tuck Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buddy up. Check back 11. Check back 11. Here we go. D. All day. Defense. All day. All day. Out, 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 out.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year. It's Nick Chubb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the 1st round. But they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. 6-yard. Yeah. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Got him in. It's Brown. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Ready. 50. Check 53's Mike. I got you.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Pick me up. Here we go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Okay. Yeah.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Set, hut, check on the base. Watch the run.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Running. Keep running. Keep running. I got one.
On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Thomas. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
22, Mark 22. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Like 22, he's coming.
Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, come on. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Mack Wilson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Landry now on the return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run, Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jackson now on 3rd down. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That's it. Big hit.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
To throw is Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 8 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
To try again after the sack. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Check nine, check nine.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Check, 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 check.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run it again with Chubb. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check Michael Landon, check Michael Landon. Go. Go. Hey, check Michael Landon.
They go play action now. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That'll be Frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Following the penalty, Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Check, cross, cross, cross.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
It's a party now. Under
Throwing is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Jackson, option right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Come on, set. Hey, no more. 53. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go, let's go.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Go. Check.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Kirksey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
You better be Harper. Be afraid of me. Take
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his third touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Thomas. Thomas barreling ahead. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mark 22, Mark 12.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flush down right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 71 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Browns on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a 10th carry for Hill. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson, option right. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Jackson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Taking it in from 14 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now it's Jackson. It's caught by OBJ. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd and short. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's out to Chubb, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Coming. Echo.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson, option right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But Charles, it's one thing.